Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, to the channel. It was about 50-50 on votes for the Fury, so I decided not to do so. Because I have a review already on the channel. We have the Rudolph on the channel. Loza Sherman basically over there. All in all, the bundle isn't bad in terms of money, but yeah, the tank, tier 6, medium tank. It's for the collectors. This one is a tier 10 Russian tank destroyer, the Object 26Reeeeeee, or should I say Object 26Reeeeeee? Because this is also known as the Yolo Wagon. Quite a noob-friendly tank, I would say, because it has got great frontal armor. It is really quick. It has an insane gun with really bad gun depression. I must add that. That's something to take into account. And it's obviously because of the fact that you have a rear-mounted gun. I mean, you can't depress the gun too far over the front of the tank. It's only 4 degrees of gun depression. Gun arc isn't spectacular either, but it makes up for with that frontal armor of 250 on the hull, 80 on the sides, only 50 on the rear. Take that into account. But as long as you can do this, basically hide this lower plate over there and hide the strip underneath your gun, then you're going to be just fine and dandy. What do I mean by fine and dandy? This, as said, it has a nickname of Yolo Wagon. You can drive forward and you can face hug enemies, and you have the mobility because it's based on the IS-7 chassis. You have the mobility to keep up with the mediums, to keep up with the heavies, and really deliver that fire support. And if you are map aware, then you can't really get circled easily by tier 10 medium tanks. If they know what they're doing, they still can, but if you face up, just plant your tank into the side, it's going to work out just fine. And I have 3 games to show you, as I've done with all of these tier 10 tank destroyer reviews. And if you want to have a look, take a look top right, I'll link the playlist over there. All the tier 10 tank destroyer reviews are in there. What are we going to do here? We've taken our usual position overlooking either B or C cap to maybe decapture one of these bases. And I'm looking at this guy over there, this Kraanwagen, Hubert winner, and I'm thinking, I'm going to use HE on the back of the Kraanwagen. There we go. We're going to take one shot from the left over there, which is, I think, the E75. But that's all well and good. I am blocking this guy from moving. He's going to bounce on my front. There we go. We're going to shoot him once more. Thank you very much. And then he's going to reverse, bump into him to block us, or shield us a little bit from the E75. Don't really manage to do so. But we're going to clear the Kraanwagen in just a few seconds. And I forgot to switch back to AP, which is a bit annoying, but it happens these days, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. Lost 2 bases, A and B. We're going to clear the E75 now, getting a lucky bounce. No idea where that one bounced, but we bounce on the side, thank you very much. And the E75 cannot be killed. And as said, if you just rush into a tank like this guy, like I said, we're going to shoot him. We don't track him, which is a bit unfortunate, but 495 is really nice. We're going to roll forward. He doesn't have the best in terms of guns. It is a blunderbuss gun, this IS-7 gun. He bounces on our front. We track him in place. We wiggle around. Going to use a bit of APCR, I think. Or is it the... No, it's the IS-8 who clears the IS-7. And yeah, we've done 3.2k damage, 643 assistance damage. I'm only 2 minutes into the game, so this is already quite a good game in my opinion. But this is what the tank is about. You just go in, unleash Hell Maximus, unleash your DPM on the enemy, and then it's going to be, in a way, easy. As said, that lower plate, you have to take that into account. The strip underneath the gun, you have to take that into account. It's tiny, especially if you're playing on a phone or on a tablet, etc. But people can penetrate you over there. And do not think that you are impenetrable from the front. Because the big guns you will face at tier 9 and 10 with the tank destroyers, anybody with above 280 in terms of penetration, they will go straight through your gun mantlet. It is space armor, know that. But that also means that AP shells and APCR shells, they will punch through. We get a first class here, as you can see, with a Confederate medal, just over 4k damage. Top in terms of damage, really shared by the Jagdpanzer E100, who played a really nice game. Got a little bit of assist on the IS-7, I think, and a little bit of assist on the Kraanwagen as well. Here we go on the IS-7. And in terms of credits, it is a tier 10 tank, and I'm using all the big consumables over there. So we did manage to get a little bit in terms of credits. Would have been only like 10k without the boosters. But yeah, that's what you get in tier 10. This is my setup. You could use this one. Pump your DPM up even higher, but I like to have this in terms of AP and APCR rounds. And the rest is pretty self-explanatory, I think. This one's mandatory toolbox because you do get tracked from time to time, and especially with a fixed gun tank destroyer. Shoot them in the tracks, go around. It should all just work out. Next one then. We're going to go to Normandy. We're going to go to Operation Overlord. And we are top tier, obviously. 2 tier 9 tanks on the red team and 2 tier 9 tanks on our team. And this is an encounter game. It ain't supremacy, which is, well, good in a way. But it has devaluated the value of those mastery badges, or the first classes, or the second classes, etc. Because if you cap a base and the enemy doesn't contest it, you can get like 600-700 in terms of victory points, and that adds a lot to your XP. And yes, it is a way of playing, but in a way it's also not that spectacular to just cap a base and then basically sit and farm. I had no idea what that Vickers was doing. I have no idea what our Sheridan is doing. Just take a look at the map. We seem to have a fair few tourists who somewhat drive around and then start to enjoy the view. I have no clue what they are doing, but it happens these days, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of the universe. It happens in Blitz in 2020. People grind up the teeth very easily. So yeah, we're not going to talk about that too much. We will make a video about it later, but it does happen. First things first, we missed a shot on the Badger, but we're going to ram the Badget, and we're going to drive the Badget down over here. And this guy, it seems like a proper bot. He has some connection problems by the looks of it, and then he suddenly regains connection, as you can see, because he's turning his turret, but he has been taken out already by Vickers CR. Things were looking good over here. Doing 1.2k damage. Gonna do a little bit more, obviously. Team is spreading out. Sheridan has gone all goes blazing Yolo Wagon style right into red spawn and is now being harassed by an E50. And this is what happens in the game these days. You can't really fault people for camping, because in a way it seems that camping is the way to go. And I'm looking over here and think, I can't shoot that E50. Then I'm looking at this E50 again and think, I can shoot him. And yo, Russia, there we go, Russia. And we hit. No idea how, but I shot at Russia, so it might have helped. We're gonna jump over this ridge, track him in place. Thank you. We are one tank in the lead. This is looking not too bad, in my opinion. But then disaster strikes, because this waffle tractor is doing the right thing. If you're facing this guy, not the 26Reeeeeee frontally, and you can't do anything about him, and you do have a big gun, just splash HE. Sometimes it splashes down on towards the engine deck and it damages your engine, it kills the driver, you might knock the tracks off, etc. And let's face it, it's better to do 200 damage rather than bounce a 640 Alpha shell. And this is a really good shot by me on the waffle again. Nice shot, lovely stuff. 606 in terms of damage, I think. We're up to 3.8k in total. But we're going to lose this game, as you can see, because we can shoot this waffle over here. And I was hoping for a really nice shot, but you can see that. He bounced a 640 shell, used twice an HE shell on me, and knocked a 500 HP off my health. GG, Mr. Waffle. 3 versus 5. We're not going to win this one. We can now move around, get spotted by this Badger, and we're going to clear the waffle. I think, yes, there is. Thank you. With an APCR shell, not really needed in terms of penetration, etc. But I loaded it anyway. We're going to shoot this Chieftain once more. There we go. Nice one. And that was all she wrote. 4.7k damage. I don't think I've done anything wrong in this game. I'm happy with my result. But yeah, we got some donuts. We have that in the game a fair few times now. Reds have got a, well, somewhat donut or empty to the bed chat, but it happens, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Reverse. This is the phase of Blitz currently. So yeah. Shall we go into the next one? Of course we shall. Let's roll into Port Bay. Top tier again, which is always the case if you are a tier 10. And again, there's a few tier 9 tanks on the red team. Double Sheridans. They have a Badger as well. This is the wrong game. I need to have the other Port Bay game. This one's going to be a win as well. This one was a bit more tactical. But I need the other one on Port Bay. I need this one on Port Bay. And this was an all tier 10 game. This was all tier 10. Also take a look at the lineup. We have a Yolo Wagon, we have a Foch 155, double T57 heavies. Reds have got a Foch 155, T62A and a T57 heavy. Lots of autoloaders. And I've had a little bit of a chat with Yilpa from the Blitz Analysis website today. And you could argue that it's not really... Blitz isn't really suited anymore to tanks like a Grill or an FV215B. Blitz seems to be about tanks that are mobile, have high DPM and can do burst damage. You don't even have to have armor in a way. Yes, the mouse is really strong. I know that. So same goes for the VK100 but if you can't relocate quickly, then it is just not that useful. Grill really suffers. The game has become so quick, so fast-paced that you need to be map aware. You need to be able to run around and do damage in rapid succession, which we're going to do right over here. I know that E100 is over there. I know he's over there, so we're not going to shoot him. We're going to shoot the IS-7 in the track. Thank you, 461. We are going to roll around, turn on the spot. Did I mention the traverse beat yet? It is pretty freaking neat. There we go. We're going to bounce on the IS-7, then use him as a bit of a cover towards the E100. He was trying to use heat, as you can see, from the 550 alpha damage. Thank you, Mr. E100 on my team, for allowing me to traverse just a little bit quicker. And this is great stuff. As long as this E100 is shooting heat, I don't really have to mind about my tracks or my spaced armor gunmen. So I'll just wiggle around, and we're going to bounce another shot. Yes, thank you, we're going to shoot you. There we go. Tracked him in place, 482 damage. This is the Yolo Wagon, the Object 26Reeeeeee, right in action. And we're going to bounce on the IS-7 again, but this is all fine and dandy. We're bumping him into the E100, bouncing yet another shot. Thank you, thank you. We're losing one tank on the left side. We're using one tank on the right side. We're going to use the E100 as a shield now. Thank you. Bounce a shot from the IS-7. Going to track him in place once more. Thank you. There we go. I'm saying a lot of thank you, but I'm very grateful for the matchmaking. Give me teams like this, because this is Blitz. I've had a very bad run today, and I told my clan, I'm done for today, guys. It's just, there are a lot of crayon chewers in this game. They have no clue what to do. They don't know how to play because they have been able to grind into tier 10 using all those fun modes. They use boxers and, I don't know, their first tier 10 tank has achieved a Mark 6 and they only went up to tier 6 maximum. It is stupid in a way. This shot is going to go straight through because Russia. We're going to wiggle. We're going to shoot him again. Hello, Foch. He shoots me in the lower plate. Thank you. There we go. I'm saying thank you again. Shouldn't really say that. But yeah, this is the Yolo Wagon, the Object 26Reeeeeee in action. And he bounces and he's going to shoot me again, but I don't really mind because he's going to be on a long reload now. I think he's on a long reload. This is annoying. This is a bit annoying. This is the two noob-friendly tier 10 tank destroyers in the game currently. Maybe the Object 268 is a good contender as well, but this one, the Foch 155, we made a little bit of French cheese over there. The Foch 155 is a good one. We've reviewed that one yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. And this one is a good one as well. So, yeah. Should you grind for this tank? Absolutely yes. Why so? SU-100 M1 in tier 7 is quite underestimated. SU-101 is quirky with the gun depression, but it's a good tank destroyer. SU-122-54, brilliant DPM on the tank, has the mobility to keep up with the mediums. Great training tank for the Object 26Reeeeeee. And yeah, if you can do this, if you can perform like I'm gonna do here. I'm just using the wall because his T-62A doesn't know that I'm here. So we're going to shoot him once, thank you very much, and then he is going to not be tracked, which is a bit unfortunate. So that means that he's going to shoot us in the side and we can just roll around and use HE and clear him. And thank you very much. There we go. Pop goes the turret. And I'm thinking over here, ace, 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 ace. This one, I'm not going to capture base A. I'm going to go forward and we are going to find the T-57 Heavy right here behind the wall. And he is also AFK. So yeah. These three games show you what Blitz is about currently. And it also shows that the tank doesn't really have the gun oppression. I should have just stayed on him. He really doesn't have the gun oppression, but oh well. 5.6k damage dealt already. We're going to roll around, shoot him in the ass for 6,025 damage. Enemy destroyed. As you can see, thank you very much. We get a little bit of assist on this T-57 Heavy as well, I think. 6,022 damage dealt, 4 kills, 643 base XP, 295 damage, which is on the E100 shooting the track, not on the T-57 Heavy, but I'll take it any days, guys. Ace number 250 in my garage. So yeah, happy with that. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, tankers of this universe, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers, happy tanking, bye bye.